everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how I created these beautiful coral iridescent glittery sparkly holiday goodness. So my wonderful model Sarah has come back in. Oh, it's the Poochie's hand. And we are filing off her old design. So I'm taking my extra coarse safety bit from Nail Dot Supplies, and this whips off that acrylic in minutes. So yeah, I'm just using this on a high speed and applying pressure to remove that product off the nail super quick. So I have my twister on, trying to collect all that dust, because you know it's not good to be breathing all that in. When I've removed all the design, obviously on a proper client, you will then go in, do all your prep work and infills and all that palaver. But because this is just a practice hand, we are just going to crack on with the design. So I'm taking CJP birthday suit, and on the middle finger here we are creating a smile line. So as always, I take my bead, I place my brush in reverse method and apply the bead that way, and then I get the rough idea of where I want my wall and how deep I want the wings to go. I will then take another bead, placing that at the cuticle area, and then blending that around the cuticle area using my brush as a barrier, and then just blending it into the product we have just applied. You want to make sure that you're building your apex with this bead as well, because there is no need to cap the nail bed. So always make sure you're building that apex nice and high. Your walls are nice and high, so that when you put your colour up to it, as you can see here, it's all the way around the same perimeter of thickness. So on the pinky finger here, I'm taking CJP Ibiza Sunset, and this is just a beautiful corally red with little shimmer in it. It's just stunning and so underrated. Like, I don't see this colour being used often, but I thought I'd whack it out and have a go with it today. I thought it would be beautiful for holiday nails now that we are officially in summer, but I don't really see any summery weather showing its head right now. Fingers crossed for that. So I'm blending that bead onto that nail plate so there's no harsh lines, and then I'm just making that nice and full coverage down the rest of the nail. So on this finger we are going to just do a wash of colour to make our glitters be a little bit opaque that we're going to apply. And then I'm taking the Glitter Fairy in Indian Summer Stack, and I think this one's called Lotus. I'm not sure what the others are called. I think one's called Marigold. I'm not quite sure what the orange one's called, but it's from the Indian Summer Stack. And I'm just going in like a diagonal line with 3 different colours, going down the nail and just kind of making a kind of glitter ombre, but I'm not overly fussed about how well blended it is. These colours kind of match perfectly with each other, so it's not really difficult to make that ombre look anyway. And then what I'm going to do on top of this is apply some shocking pink angel paper. So I'm just nudging that glitter into place using really tiny small beads of clear, and then flattening it down with the belly of my brush so that none of that glitter is sticking up and it's all nice and flat and super thin. I'm then going to just literally do a wash of clear acrylic. You know, I'm not applying any bulk, just a wash of really wet, thin acrylic. And then I'm going to place my pre-cut angel paper down on the nail. So after I did this nail, I did realise that you couldn't really see the angel paper that much. It wasn't a massive contrast, but I still think when it moves into different lights, you can see it more. So it is really still a good effect to have on the nail, especially if you were going on holiday. When the sunlight catches it, it would be blinging. And guys, please don't judge my horrible nails. I bit them all off. I would be the crappiest client ever, because when my nails start to grow out, I get really bored and I just bite them off. It's really, really bad of me. But you know, don't judge. So I'm just doing the same process on the pinky onto the index finger here. So I'm taking that Ibiza Sunset, placing it halfway on the nail bed, blending it downwards, and then I'm dragging the rest of that bead and pulling it right down towards the tip. Don't worry if your bead doesn't stretch all the way to the tip, you can always go ahead and use another bead. As you can see me doing here, just topping up that colour to make it more opaque. That's Poppy, she's just found my hand. Says she's making monster noises. So going back to the pinky finger here, and I'm just applying CJP Birthday Suit. And I'm going to create an ombre, but I'm not overly stressed about how perfect this ombre is, because I'm going to apply trinkles of that glitter on this nail. So I'm just taking some of the yellow glitter and some of the pink glitter and just going along that ombre line. We're then going to come in and refine our smile line. So just taking my file, making sure it's really flat against that smile line wall, brushing off any of the dust, and then we're just going to fill in the rest of the nail there with the Ibiza Sunset. Don't worry too much if you can't cover it in one bead. I only normally say get it covered in one bead if you're using white, and that's because if you use multiple beads you can get shadowing and your smile line won't look as crisp, or the colour of the French won't look as clean. But with darker colours like this, you don't really see much of that happening. So don't stress too much, just make sure you blend in where it ends more, so that when you apply your other beads over, you're not going to get any of the darker lines showing underneath. So making sure you're going to take that product and get it right up into them wings and really avoid touching the skin. It is so hard getting it into them wings without touching the skin, but really try your hardest not to. And then that damn hair that was on that nail just didn't want to come off. Encapsulated hair. Do you reckon it'll be a new trend? So yeah, I'm just going to repeat this process on both wings of this nail. And then we're going to do the same, what we did on the pinky, again on the index finger here. And then we're going to go ahead and apply some of the glitter on there as well. So I'm just taking my wet brush and running it over that nail there, just so we don't get any crystallized polymer in there, or you know, the patches of the acrylic, and just so you get a more, I just find you get a more better clarity finish, if that was even grammatically correct. Anyway, so I'm taking crystal glass from CJP. I'm going to cap that entire nail, make sure that it is all matte so that you know all your glitter is covered. Make sure you've got a nice apex because these nails are quite long, so you want that strength and that structure there. I'm then going to move on and cap the baby finger and the index finger as well. So I went ahead, filed, shaped and buffed the nails and cleaned away all of the dust, and now I'm coming in with CJP tack-free top gloss, and I'm just running this along all the nails, and then I will cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds and give it a minute or two to cool down before you go in with your cuticle oil, because you don't want to dull the shine. Look at that nail, so pretty. And yeah, that is, I have left a little tiny clip at the end so you can see the final result. I really hope you've enjoyed I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do. I love you all so much, and I will see you all again soon.